Action.
Welcome to the 1 of 32 podcast. I am your host, Dans, sitting here with KP. KP, say hello to everybody on this Thanksgiving week.
It's my favorite holiday, Don.
Thanksgiving Eve.
It's almost like Christmas Eve to me when you're a kid. I can't
Really?
wait for Turkey Day tomorrow.
Really?
Welcome, Birds fans, Birds Nation,
Wait.
friends, family.
We have some important things to discuss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we do.
What's that?
Are you going to save me a plate?
Of course I
Are
will.
you going to save me a plate?
You're not going to want to eat the plate that I have.
I want to eat it, and I want to eat it bad.
I will. I'll save you a plate and MJ's homemade apple pie.
Babka. Mama MJ?
No,
Apples?
apple pie
Pies?
was made today, yes.
I
And
wish it's the same pie from American Pie. Then I'd eat it.
some people don't even know what that is because it's an
It's
old movie
okay.
now.
Because I don't even know what it is.
You know what else was made today?
What?
The peanut butter cookies with the Hershey's Kiss in the middle.
Fire. Mama MJ did that?
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, so
Listen,
good, Dons.
what is
Top 5 cookie.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food item? And let's exclude dessert. Let's go food item. Favorite Thanksgiving food item.
I'm so basic. It's just embarrassing
It's
to say
okay,
it,
dude.
but I'm going to speak the truth.
It's okay. Speak your truth. It's the only one you can speak to.
It's stuffing.
Stuffing.
I love stuffing.
It's
I do.
delicious.
It's so bad for me.
Stuffing is so
but
good,
I love it.
though, if it's good.
Now, also, I'd like to try a homemade stuffing. I just get the one in the box. That's what my mama pair gets.
Oh,
But
okay.
it would be nice to have a nice homemade stuffing. I've heard about a nice homemade
You might not
stuffing.
like it because you have the acquired taste of the box stuff.
You know what, though? I'll trick my brain. It's homemade. I'm like, oh, this is better. That's how I am.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a good way to be, though, if it's healthier stuff for you. Well, I wouldn't say healthier, but just less processed stuff.
What about you,
for
Dons? What's your go-to? What's your number one overall pick for Turkey Day tomorrow?
This is a very, very difficult one for me. So my mother makes a sweet like pork tenderloin with like this sweet gravy sauce that goes on top of it, and that's probably hands down my favorite Thanksgiving like item. I love that. I love that like red hot.
Is it an item that's on the menu every year? You look forward to it?
Yeah, it's usually on the menu every year. And if she doesn't make it this year, I'd be pretty disappointed. But let's see. I don't eat the usual traditional like American meal as far as my Spanish family side goes.
Is that why
it's
you
not
asked
like
for a plate?
Thanksgiving or casseroles, like what is it, green bean casseroles and stuff like that. You don't usually
the
do
crunchy
stuff like that.
onions on top.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't usually do that. But on the white side, which is now Sam's side, there's definitely always some okay Thanksgiving food. It's just okay. When Sam makes food, it's bomb, but
Don's is not a big lover of Thanksgiving. Me, on the other hand, it's my favorite holiday. It starts with
nah, I love eating.
tomorrow, Don's.
Yeah.
We talk about what we're doing or no?
Yeah, it does start off with
What are we
the
doing
worst
tomorrow?
event of my life, the worst thing that I can possibly ever agree to. I am dreading, loathing, and hating myself for agreeing to do such atrocities, and also mad at myself for doing, while some training, very minimal training. Chris, tell them what we're doing because I might cry if I say it out loud.
Don's. We're running a 5K tomorrow.
We're running a 5K.
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 See conk.
That's it. That's it. That's all we got.
No more information. We can't be giving away the location. We can't have thousands, millions of fans. You know what I mean? Bothering us while we're there. I want to run in peace.
I'm running my first 5K, and
I didn't know that.
it will be the worst. Yeah, dude, running 5Ks are stupid.
I had no idea. This is your first one.
This
Wow.
is dumb. And it's on Thanksgiving morning. It's stupid.
You're going to love it.
I will hate it, and I will deport all the 5K runners.
Don, you're going to love it. Trust me. And then after, you can go and eat and indulge. But before we spend a whole episode on Thanksgiving,
yes,
let's get into the massacre, the devastation, the disappointment,
let's maybe slow our roll a little bit with all of those adjectives.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
But it was a pretty terrible Sunday afternoon. The Philadelphia Eagles fall to the Dallas Cowboys 24-21 at Dallas's AT&T Stadium. We were up 21 points, and somebody is an asshole and can't put his phone on silent like he's always asked to for some reason. Yeah. And I'm the one that's the problem here. I always says I'm the problem, but who could it be?
We could just be continuing the show without anybody else knowing that. But
that's not true, because you can hear the ring and see you visibly on the phone.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
No, I don't care. I don't really care. Yeah, man. Eagles lose 24-21 to the Cowboys while having a 21-point lead early in the second quarter, which is always a interesting position to be in. I feel like most teams aren't really prepared and organized to maintain such a big lead, but nevertheless, we blew a huge opportunity to really put the last nail in the coffin for the Cowboys, gave them life for the rest of the season, and have a lot of turmoil with the offense struggling again. Another week, another lackluster performance from the boys. Chris, let me ask you this. We're up 21-0 in the first quarter. Well, second quarter. Basically the same thing. How are you feeling with that 21-0 lead?
I felt pretty confident, Dons. I did. Cowboys defense, as we're going to get into later on, has been pretty much bottom third, if not bottom five, in regards to the bottom five teams of just pass coverage, defense. Yeah. But lately, their pass rush had played much better.
Well,
but being up 21-0.
The addition of Quinnen Williams.
Oh, yeah. He was everywhere.
Quinton Williams.
Quinnen. Bless you. Thank you.
Great player. As far as me, when we were up 21 points, all I could think of is me saying last week, like, well, we're going to blow out the Cowboys. We're going to blow out the Cowboys, and it's not even going to be close. And I think I was right. And this is something that I've been saying all week. I don't know about you guys, but I recognize when Jerry Jones' money is being spent during a game when I see it, because 14 penalties on the Philadelphia Eagles that basically ushered the Cowboys down the field for multiple scores. I did not think the officiating was, let's say, honest, or maybe, how do I put it? I guess neutral is more of what I'm looking for. It seemed like when Jerry Jones was down 21 points and that camera flashed to him right in his press box or owner's box, and he had that sour look in his face. And then out of nowhere, you never saw Jerry Jones for the rest of the entire game. Why? What was Jerry doing? Did anybody have eyes on Jerry after the beginning of the second quarter? Because I didn't see him again. I think a couple phone calls were made, and our old boy Ed Hockley reported that he felt like it was an atrocious showing of refereeing during that game versus the Cowboys, and felt like it was an unfair, I guess, treatment, and also said that it's nothing that's out of the ordinary, which maybe explains why the Cowboys are so good playing at home with a winning record. So, Chris, next question to you. Do you think the NFL stepped in and said, hey, wait a minute, this is supposed to be one of the games of the week. What are we doing here? We're getting blown out. let's make things more interesting.
Absolutely not. I don't even like to get into the referee talk or complain about it or go back and forth. There were calls and there can be calls in every game that can go either way. Specifically for me, the CD Lamb, Cooper DeJean play looked like offensive pass interference to me. We didn't get the call. Huge play in the game.
And hands to the face, too.
So just a play there. But overall, I don't. If I'm going to talk about the referees, it would be the Juju Smith-Schuster Super Bowl play with Bradbury. It wouldn't be in a situation like this where over the course of a game, I feel like the Eagles had plenty of opportunities. Any game you're up 21-0, it's hard for me to take it out on the referees.
Yeah, but I also feel like the refs were the reason why the Cowboys had life breathed into their ears, into their lungs, into their ears. Can you
nose,
breathe
throat,
life
all the
into
above.
my ears, Gypsy?
The game never comes down to one play, Dons, but for
No,
me,
it came down to 14. 14 plays that were
14
all
plays.
penalized. That's what it came down to.
Dons wants to focus on the penalties. For me,
Oh, it is the penalties. Please believe it's the penalties.
for me, it's one play. I know the game isn't boiled down to one play, but 3rd and 2, Eagles' last possession of the game on the 37, and we're dropping back to pass.
Yeah.
Jalen sacked, 13-yard loss, punt. The rest is history.
A bad sack. You got to know you can't take that there.
Just questions that immediately jump out, Dons. Who decided to throw the ball on 3rd and 2? Obviously, KP, but with the rumors we heard of Jalen and AJ both supposedly changing the play last minute.
Yeah.
That was a rumor that went around. I think I'm just concerned with the play calling in a situation like that. Since when do the Eagles not run the ball on 3rd and 2 right there?
Yeah, really weird, huh? 2 chances to get 2 yards. Crazy.
Now,
And even no touch push or anything.
on the play, Hurts stared down A.J. Brown. It was ugly. Goddard was open for the first down. That's
Wide
besides the
open.
point. I don't even want to put it in the player's hands. To me, it's a run-the-ball situation. Why are we not running the ball? Yes, of course, hindsight is 20/20, but that call was beyond bizarre to me. It also highlights the difference to me, Don. It's the huge difference in where we were last year and where we are this year offensively.
Yeah.
They run the ball 10 out of 10 times last year.
Yeah. I actually still don't think things are that different than they were last year. I mean, obviously the running game was significantly better last year, and the Eagles were able to impose their will on the ground. But offensively, we're still seeing the inconsistencies in the offense of not being able to be a well-calculated team when it comes to getting that first down or putting together a 12-play drive. You either do that once or you do it never again for the Eagles. Do you know what I mean? I maybe didn't articulate that well, but I feel like we're either the best offense on the planet or we're the worst team on the planet, and there's no in between.
Wildly inconsistent, Don.
Yeah, we can't even flip field position when it comes to our offense struggling. We'll just not even get a first down, or we'll get 1 first down and that's it, and get no more yards and then get more penalties, which I think is one of the main issues with this team. We continue to play behind the sticks, and it's a huge problem for any offense to overcome. It's hard to get a yard in the NFL, and now you have to add 5-10 more every single drive. It just doesn't make sense to me why we're struggling so much with pre-snap penalties.
It's not as if, Dons, there haven't been times during the year where we move the ball at ease.
Yeah.
Rams, second half game, come back. First half, this game. But at times, the offense can't move the ball. We're anemic. The Cowboys defense, like we mentioned earlier, bottom third most of the season. Pass rush has been much better. But our offensive line is not what it was, Dons. It's not what it has been.
No, but it's also, I've seen a couple clips here now, and Saquon hit the hole. Get 4 yards. Remember how not remember, but I've continuously said you can't recreate magic. Magic has to happen on its own. And when I see Saquon running, I see a man who's looking desperately to pop one big instead of taking what's in front of him. And I feel like a lot of the time we're not getting 6-yard gains because he's trying to bounce to the outside and getting a 2-yard gain. And
I'm with you.
That's been something that we've been plagued with all season. And you'll see Tank Bigsby come in, or even Shipley. They just hit the hole and they get positive yardage and they get the chains. Well, not the chains, but they get the drive in motion, making it a second and short, opposed to being in second and long, third and long every single freaking possession. So I think there's something going on with Saquon Barkley. What I call him? I called him Saquandre Barkley.
Yep.
Saquandre Barkley, bro, because he's been running like DeAndre Swift, hitting the outside every single time. So a little annoyed with the running game. I do think it's fixable. I just think people need to stop trying to do too much.
It's a combination of things, Don. It's not just one thing, obviously, but I want to make a couple points about the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Injuries and regression have hit hard this year. Dickerson, Juergens, Mailata, in my opinion, have all taken a step back this year. Lane Johnson, injured, playing below his usual standards. Not playing bad by any means, just not his usual self. And then just chemistry overall doesn't seem like it's the same as it was last year. We're in December, basically.
Yeah.
Is it too late? Can this be fixed? Like, this is the team. This is not like week 3 or 4 where we can have hope to grow and change. Now, it's not that the team is a finalized piece right now. We have 5-6 weeks to go. Playoffs are right around the corner. To me, Dons, though, as of November 26th, not a Super Bowl offense right now.
So not a Super Bowl offense right now, but I still think a Super Bowl team. I still hold true to this thought process for myself. If the Eagles come to play and play their brand of ball that they want to, they can beat anybody. They can score on anyone. They can move the ball however they want. They can go for it on 4th down, and they can break and destroy your will throughout the course of a game. However, what the Eagles have been showing lately is that they're more of that inconsistent team that almost plays, and I don't know if you feel the same way as me, it's almost like arrogance. Like they feel like they should score and can score, so therefore they will, and it's almost like they expect positive results instead of doing the things that good habits help produce those positive results. So do you feel like there's a little bit of arrogance going on in the locker room and the players and how they kind of treat game days on Sunday?
It could be, Dons. It could be one of those, it's a long season. I've heard somebody describe it as this is right around when football players say, okay, like the season really starts right now. Excuse me, similar to the NBA season, where some would say NBA season starts after Christmas or maybe after Valentine's Day. This is right around, from what I've heard some players say, or, people in the know, this is when it starts to get serious. Teams start to be more attentive, focused, realize playoffs are right around the corner. But do we have the talent? Yes. Do we have the high-end talent, difference makers capable of taking over games? Yes, we do.
I kind of question that a little bit.
The results are not matching the results, Dons.
Yeah, they're definitely not. And again, it's a Kevin Petula thing. I don't think he's the worst coach. He's definitely not super creative when it comes to gameplay calling. I discussed last week how I feel like he doesn't have the art of game flow management and setting things up for whatever rhyme or reason to take advantage of a defense. That's something that I don't think he's that great at, or maybe the players aren't good at executing his vision, right? It could just be that he has a great vision, but the players aren't connecting with what he's saying, so there's some sort of disconnect there. But another thing that you deal with when you have a first-year offensive play caller is he doesn't necessarily know how to preserve a lead the proper way. And we're going to get a lot of trial and error and kind of annoying gameplay because we do have that first-year play caller. So I think this is just parts of the ebbs and flows of having a first year doing something that is so, I guess, dependent on, maybe not dependent, but the team has to believe in him and he has to believe in himself. And I don't know if that is necessarily there right now, I guess.
You mentioned Kevin Patullo. I talked about the offensive line. You had a comment or two about maybe the talent just took a step back or isn't the same thing. But whatever it is, Dons, there is a stat I need to talk to you about that is
Tell me.
alarming.
Because I'm mad at Jordan Mailata already right now.
The Eagles have played 3 scoreless halves this season.
Jesus.
Only the Tennessee Titans have more with 4.
That's embarrassing.
That's a stat you see from one of 2 things. Untalented offense, a team with just minimal talent. They don't have enough players. Or poorly schemed vanilla offenses that just don't know how to get people open.
Yeah.
So, to me, this team has plenty of talent. So, where's the problem coming from? Is it Saquon and AJ? They haven't fallen off a cliff, but Saquon has
AJ
been
had a good game.
But Saquon throughout the season has been hesitant. You mentioned earlier, hunting big plays or just not taking the easy yards when they're there for him. He's part of the issue, but not the whole issue.
No, definitely not. The thing is that everybody has a finger to blame towards them. Even maybe us, the fans, we're probably part of the issue for the Philadelphia Eagles.
High expectations, to say the least, Dons.
Yeah, and we treat these people like they didn't just bring us a Super Bowl last year and didn't bring us a Super Bowl a couple of years before that. So I know I'm still thankful for the Birds. I know I'm still happy with the trajectory of the team, but we got to be fair here, and fans are, fanatical for a reason. It's kind of bullshit that this is the product that the Eagles are putting on the field for us to watch.
Despite all that, Dons, record still up there with some of the best teams in the NFC. Now, the Rams are number 1. That's something that changed this weekend.
But we still got a tiebreaker.
Just after the way the Rams game started, the team that pretty much blew us out in the beginning, we did have the comeback win. Now to see or to know that they're the number 1 seed, I'm not concerned by any means to go into LA and play a game. We can travel.
There's no team.
Of course, no.
There's no team that I can say, like, oh, they're going to dominate the Eagles. We can beat anybody. But conversely, I think that we can also be beaten. I mean, we just seen 3 games where the Eagles lost in a bad way. Even the Broncos game, we had no business losing that game.
No.
We should have won that too. Again, it's like an arrogance, and people are taking advantage of it. Now, that being said, some things did look better. A.J. Brown, 8 for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, almost 2, except he had terrible foot control on that second catch, but Jalen ended up running it in. Devontae Smith, 6 for 89, long of 41. He had a great game. And Dallas Goedert, 2 for 20, really taking advantage of both of his receptions.
But a down game for him.
Yeah, but again, offensive play calling. I don't think Dallas is having a bad game because Dallas isn't showing up. I don't think he hasn't shown up to a game at all this year. Like, he's been pretty consistent.
Game plan dependent, maybe. Feed the receivers.
They
play a lot of zone.
No, see, yes, but a guy like Goddard's a zone breaker because he has the speed to match up with a safety or linebacker and be both of them.
Speaking of Goddardtons, do I have a Dallas Goedert stat for you when it comes to the Bears game? You're going to love it.
Okay. Well, do you want to get into it now?
Well, I was going to transition to the other side of the football, the defense, for a minute before we get to the Bears game. Can I give you a couple points on the defense?
Yeah, I want to talk about defense. It's just that we were already there. But
the defense.
Go ahead.
Well, we got a gift from Cavante Turpin. He very rarely carries the ball, and now we found out why. He pretty much was handed the ball by Prescott, and nobody touched him, and he just dropped it on the ground, and all of a sudden the Eagles have a turnover. So Before he was even contacted, he dropped the ball. I don't think he'll be getting many carries the rest of the season, but a gift nonetheless.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thoughts on the fumble, Dons, or the gift from the gods?
Couldn't have come in a better situation for us.
Perfect.
That's all I have to say about that. I do think that they fumbled the play before, or no, actually it was close. It was close, but yeah, I just feel like our defense is a good example as to what we need to see from our offense. Their consistency in their play creates opportunities that they tend to capitalize on. And I don't care what anybody says, the Cowboys scored 7 points in the second quarter, 7 in the third, and 10 in the fourth. The defense did their job. The second best offense in the NFL belongs to the Dallas Cowboys. The defense did their job. And I don't know, you want to call me a crybaby or not, don't care. I know the Dallas Cowboys are talented. George Pickens went off with like 146 yards on us. But again, I do really feel like they were jump-started by penalties. And if they didn't have those penalties, not like the Eagles didn't have that block punt that they called roughing the punter on, I get it. Things get called poorly, but it's
That was
just
roughing the punter.
super suspicious.
They hit the leg. You can't hit the leg.
It doesn't matter if you hit the ball.
Yeah, well,
He hit the ball.
no.
Yes, he did.
Well, I think you can't hit the plant leg.
You 1,000% can. If you hit the ball and block it, you can destroy a punter. You can drop kick Murphy's ass.
I don't know, Dons.
I 100% know. Look it up right now.
I will not do that.
Why?
It takes forever.
It doesn't take forever. Just be better at Googling stuff.
Well, where's your Google machine?
It's in front of me over there. Just say, can you hit the punter after you hit the ball?
I don't know, dude. I think I'm right.
I don't think so.
Where do I go?
Well, it says no. It does say no. Let's see.
No defensive player may run into or rough the kicker who kicks from behind unless such contact is incidental and occurs after the defender has touched the kick in flight or occurs simultaneously with the kicker kicking the ball. That sounds like what you said. After the defender has touched the kick in flight. So he kicks the ball, it leaves his foot, then you touch it, then you can hit his leg.
Yes.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Well, I saw the replay. It's definitely
so
what happened.
I say all that to say, Dons, I set a trap and you fell right into it.
do
The
you
Cowboys got a huge call. I don't want to hear anything about the referees.
What do you mean? No.
That
Just
was a
'cause you
huge
get
play in
one
the game.
doesn't mean the rest of the game wasn't messed up. That was messed up.
Dons, we've been having penalty problems all season.
Yeah, and they've been coming after us all
No,
year.
no,
Yes, they have.
no. Oh,
Yes,
my
they
God.
have. The refs have been
Conspiracy
coming
theory over
after
here.
us
You're
all
crazy.
year long. All year long.
Let's get to a positive. One of your favorite players, a guy that I am not very high on, Mr. Reed Blankenship. Huge interception, Dons. Give me your thoughts on the interception, when it happened, what you thought about the play.
He continuously shows up for us every single week, and you still hate on this dude. I don't understand where it comes from or why, but Reed is one of our best players on defense. He's
Stud.
not super fast. He's not super strong, but what
Stud.
he is a football player, and he goes out there and he gets the job done, and he's a great field general for the young secondary, who are, I admittedly say, much more talented than him. But he's the voice that steadies the ship. He navigates the crowd in the mist, and he brings us a stability that we're going to potentially be missing next week against the Bears. Although I have been hearing reports that your boy is going to be back in pads and in action.
I'm sorry, Dons. I was just looking. I was just have a question for you. Where
love
the F was the pass rush against the Cowboys?
That's a good question.
Where was it?
It was
non-existent.
Jalen Carter has been very disappointing all year long. And let's be honest, this is a Super Bowl hangover year. There's no and, ifs, ors, or buts about it, whatever the saying is. I mean, they just play more games, they go deeper, and then they celebrate, and then they're partying and book deals, and let's shoot a commercial, and hey, come to this big ceremony and we'll pay you $10,000 to show up for 15 minutes and all that nonsense, and we're going to Disney World type shit that makes players unprepared. Again, I will say, and I will harp on this, Jordan Mailata looks like a shell of a player that he was from 2 years ago, consistently year after year getting worse. Last year he played much better than what he's playing this year. He's constantly being beat on one-on-ones. Players are crossing his face, crashing in front of him, and making plays in the backfield. He's consistently missing his blocks when he pulls. He's not sealing people off at the edge, and they're crashing in on the, well, not crashing in, but they're coming right off of his hip and getting involved in the play and tackling people in the backfield. Jordan Mailata has been a problem. Landon Dickerson has been hurt. Cam Jurgens, I honestly feel like when Brett Toth has been in there this year, our pass protection has been better. Tyler Steen is a sixth man. He should not be a starter in the NFL. You've had, 8, 9, 10, 11 games to prove yourself as a consistent starter and somebody who dominates and all that yada, yada, yada. He's not that. I'm sorry. He's a great backup, great person to have on your team, but Howie needs to address this in the offseason because he cannot be our starting right guard next year. And Lane Johnson has been hampered by injuries, and he's not Stonewall Johnson no more. He is he looks human this year. He's still our best lineman, and he's still playing great, but this year he looks human. I just don't think the Eagles are in a position right now to really point fingers at offensive play calling or game flow or not agreeing with the quarterback or Jalen Hurts not agreeing with A.J. Brown, any of that stuff, because when it comes to your front five, they're struggling. And not just every now and then, it's every drive, one player is missing their assignment. Every drive, one player is going the wrong way. And that's a catastrophe just waiting to happen. So unless we can get them on board, we're going to be struggling for the rest of the year.
Okay. We were talking pass rush. So the thing for me, Dons, with the rush is if we didn't have such a great 2 weeks prior, Packers, Lions, I think I'd be more understanding. But the last 2 weeks, 5 batted passes for Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Now, it's a different week, but the week prior against Green Bay, another great performance. Phillips, his coming out party. Where was he? We talked about pass rush being an issue in the summer. It was a little bit of a bubbling problem the first 8 to 10 weeks. We made the trade. We thought we maybe fixed it. And an ugly game in the pass rush. So just something to note. One other thing I want to talk about in the game
also, you got to remember those last 2 games, both of their interior offensive linemen went out and they had a backup in there. And this week, the Cowboys starting 5 stayed the starting 5 throughout the game.
Their offensive line is... Oh, no, they were missing somebody, I thought. No, they were missing somebody. I think they were. But
it wasn't like an in-game loss. You know what I mean? Like the 5 that started the game was the 5 that ended it, right? Or did I miss something?
I'm not sure. I don't want to confirm that I know that. But the rare thing that I wanted to bring up, Dons, is we saw a unicorn in the Cowboys game, Eagles. We saw Brandon Aubrey miss a field goal. And it was only 51 yards. Do we get some credit for that, or was he just off?
Nah, he was just off. Same as Jake Elliott. We didn't do anything. That's the other thing that pissed me off. What? At the end of the game, when they were lining up to kick the field goal, it's almost like they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to block this freaking attitude. Yeah. Like, no. Whenever you come up to the line of scrimmage and you're like, we're going to do this to you, and there's nothing you can do. Never works. Never works. And you see that early-ass jump? He jumped like 5 minutes before the kick was even in the air.
No shot.
Just stupid. Just
No
stupid.
shutdowns.
Again, a team that looked like they felt like they deserved to win instead of a team that went out there to go get a win. Ugh. Anyway.
One last sad thing for me, Don's Makuba down injury. He's,
that sucks.
He's going to be out for a month, maybe more. Sad. Kid was playing pretty well. Yes, he was making mistakes, but I've heard Vic say he was playing better.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll be out for a little while. Hope to replace him. One other replacement we need, Don's CB2.
Yeah.
We had an injury during the game. We saw Cooper DeJean play outside. That did not go well from what I heard or read, despite the pass interference call. He didn't play great apparently outside. I didn't notice a huge thing, but I guess George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb made some plays on him. Who is going to be CB2 on Friday? Because I don't expect Adoree Jackson to clear the concussion protocol. Jacorian Bennett, we'll see if he can play. Looks like it's Keely Ringo time again. Ouch.
Maybe, but I heard today that Adoree Jackson might be playing, which let's see if that's true or not. But I give Coop the pass because he wasn't ready or prepared to play CB2, and the technique that it takes to be successful there is a lot different feeling than when you play that slot corner. So I felt like a lot of Cooper DeJean's losses were based off of technical skill opposed to ability. He's not the fastest receiver, but I don't think the Bears really have any burners or anything like that like the Cowboys do. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are both super fast. I know that they have Mooney, and Mooney's a fast receiver.
No, Luther Burden.
Huh?
Luther Burden. Luther Burden.
What the hell is that?
Rookie, wide receiver. That boy is fast.
So what?
Anyway.
Does he even do anything?
Not really. He's kind of a gadget guy right now.
Yeah, so screw him. Why even mention him?
Because he's got the speed.
I'm going to blank out his name on the pod.
He's got the speed, bro. I'm telling you. Look out for Luther Burden.
Yeah, I hear you. But I think Coop is probably going to slide to the outside, and Michael Carter is going to play the slot. And I think that's what we're going to do. I would like to see Keely Ringo again, to be honest. I think he deserves a shot to see if he's corrected his mistakes with practice. And if he can't do it this week, then he's never going to do it, and we got to let him go. Or just be comfortable being a special teams player, get special teams money, and live your career that way. So I do think Adoree Jackson is going to play, and if he's not playing, it's going to be Coop. Long way of saying that.
Just reaction.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me Adoree Jackson was playing, I got excited, and now I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm getting excited about Adoree Jackson playing for us.
He's been playing decent.
Jesus, man, what is going on?
He's been playing decent,
Jeez.
and that's all we need. We just
know.
need decent.
Yeah. Any other notes on the game, Dons? Offense, defense, special teams. Jerry Jones, Nick Sirianni apparently called a silly timeout with just under a minute left in the
That
game.
was stupid. Let them go under pressure and kick a field goal out there. Very, very dumb.
Yeah, boy.
Very, very dumb. Well, we are
Yeah, boy.
8-3. We did just win a Super Bowl. We did go to the Super Bowl again with him. We did make it to the playoffs every year. He's been our coach. So he is my boy, and
He's
I
our
believe
boy.
in Nick Sirianni.
He's our boy.
I do think there's a little bit of pandering and catering to the players because they did win you a Super Bowl. But Nick needs to get back into his bag. Become the man you were meant to be. You're a better head coach than this. The undisciplined nature of this offense and all the pre-snap penalties does stem because you allow it, whether you like it or not. The players, whether your messaging is blah, 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 XYZ, don't do this. You allow it because your players think they can get away with it. So you need to fix that. You're a great head coach. Steer the ship in the right direction. We can still become Super Bowl champions this year. It's not like anything is lost. And secondly, Nakobe Dean continues to shine on the field. He is constantly making plays in the backfield, even on that last catch to George Pickens where Michael Carter and Quinyon Mitchell bumped into each other like idiots. Nakobe Dean was half an inch. That's why they say game of inches. He was half an inch from knocking the hell out of Dak Prescott's throwing arm, and that ball not even getting there, and potentially could have been a fumble. Javonte Williams did a better job stepping up in the hole that time, but he still got bullied into Dak Prescott. So Nakobe Dean continues to shine. I don't know what's going to happen to Jahad Jahad Campbell. I think he only had like 12 or 15 snaps or something like that defensively, but I'm still hopeful for this team. Let's not forget it's an NFC East game.
Yep.
And whether the Cowboys are good or not, which they've been trending in the right direction, any team could lose to anybody within division. It's just the nature of the beast. The teams know each other so well. You play in Dallas. I still think the refs were the reason why they won that game. Screw the refs. Ed Hochuley's the man. Cowboys suck. I don't care that we lost 24-21. You're still not going to make the playoffs. You're clearly going to be watching us from your couch. And even if you're rich, you're still a loser.
Good luck against the Chiefs on Turkey Day, too.
Good riddance, Cowboys game. Do you have anything else to say about the Cowboys?
Nope.
All right. Let's talk about Friday night's matchup. Chicago versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Bears.
Eagles playing on a blackout night. We are all in black. The fans have been asked in the stadium to wear all black. Christopher, will you be wearing black when you watch the game?
110%, Dons. I might even paint my face black. We're going all in.
We're going all in. What's up with the paint on your face?
Just a couple of notes, Dons. Things I want to talk about the game. I'll bounce some ideas off you.
Let's do it.
Tell me what you think. Number one, Birds home dominance. Birds are 4-1 at home this season and have won 15 of their last 16 games at home. Talk about some Thanksgiving home cooking this week, Dons.
Already hate where this is going because as we started the pod, what did I say? Oh, the Eagles are undefeated on the Kelly Green outfits. The Kelly Greens, they never lost.
How'd that go?
I hate when people talk like that. It doesn't matter what uniform you wear, you babbling idiots. Although I was wearing blue during the Eagles game, and maybe that's why they lost. But
it's all Don's fault.
We do play well at home. I do think we're in a very interesting situation where we're playing a team with the same record at 8-3. Props to Ben Johnson. I know I was shitting on him earlier this year.
Some would say an inflated or artificial 8-3.
Doesn't matter if it's from McDonald's or if it's off the grill. It's still 8 wins and 3 losses. So I don't care about that artificial nonsense. I don't care about it because they can be a team that can be sneaky in the playoffs and make a run. Why can't they? Who gives a shit? People are haters. Haters, they will, and the Bears deserve to be celebrated for the turnaround season that they're having this year because they're fighting their ass off and doing the right things to stay in games and capitalizing in the situations that they get put into from their hard work. So shout out to the Bears real quick. This is going to be the last nice thing I say because other than that, I'm busy getting some, what's that stuff that you use when you freaking remove paint?
I have no idea.
Come on, it's not aspartame. It's not
urethane. Urethane.
Yeah, the urethane stuff. But what's it called?
Not polyurethane. I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyways,
I have no idea.
Stuff that strips paint. I'm gonna buy gallons of it and I'm gonna throw it on Caleb Williams, and we will obviously take his painted nails off. And he's clearly cheating with answers to the test on his nails, and that's the only reason why he's finding success.
Trivia time. Why does Caleb Williams paint his nails? Where did it start? Where did it come from?
I think it's because it doesn't matter. If he likes painting his nails, paint your nails, dude. I don't know if it's from your daughter, if it's from your sister, your mother, your brother. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
Don's
really
hit the nail on the head, and he didn't even know it. Don's, his mother owns a nail salon.
Oh, snap, yo.
Being supportive to his mom. Anyway, Don's.
Yes.
Number 2 is this Tank Bigsby's chance to shine. Saquon Barkley is on the injury report with a groin injury.
Oh, my
All
groin.
week on Twitter, I saw clips of Tank Bigsby running with the Eagles. He's averaging over 8 yards per carry. Tank's been good in his limited snaps. Could this be his week for a bigger role?
Well, yes, it can be, and it should be, and he also deserves to have a bigger role in this offense. However, I do not believe that the Eagles' offensive coaching staff is smart enough to take a player that is being successful at doing Action A and continuing Action A to reoccur. I really do think we're overthinking the answers to the test here. So, no. If Saquon's going to suit up and play, I think we're going to make the same stupid mistake of not running Tank Bigsby because we're still 8-3 after all. And nothing much is going to really change, to be honest.
A couple of episodes ago, we discussed Jalen Phillips. What was that?
I said I love Tank Bigsby.
Yes.
Ever since his rookie year, I wanted the Eagles to draft him. I actually drafted him late in fantasy the year that he was drafted by the Jaguars because I saw the way he ran, and I was like, man, does that dude run angry. What an attitude.
A couple of weeks ago, we were discussing how bringing in Jalen Phillips to the team can sometimes raise the level of competition, raise the level of focus, attention to detail, whatever it may be, to the defensive line room. It seemed to do that for a few weeks up until the Cowboys game. I hope that comes back. I say that to say, if we get Tank Bigsby going a little bit, maybe Saquon says to himself, oh, okay, well, maybe I got to get back to the basics, stop hitting home runs, take what's there, just whatever it may be. If he sees someone else running well, that's going to get in his head. I think
My
in a
check
good way.
engine light just went off.
What's up?
And my check engine light just went off. I know we said we were done talking about the Cowboys game, but I'd like to bring up this point because of what you just said about Jalen Phillips, everybody raising the bar and stuff like that.
Let me hear it.
What is the one criticism that people like genuinely have against Dak Prescott? That, at least to me, is that he is not clutch in certain moments where he's needed to make the play to win the game. Dak Prescott doesn't do pressure well, and when you go down 21 points and you know you have no choice but to gunsling and get the ball out, that is when Dak is at his best. When he's not thinking about the outcome and he's just doing, Dak Prescott is a special quarterback. But when you put the pressure on his back and everything is depending on his next move, he chokes every single time. So going up 21 points, I think probably hurt us more because Dak Prescott probably felt looser. And that's when Dak Prescott is a dangerous quarterback. He was getting the ball out super fast. It's not like he was sitting back there patting the ball all day long. There were definitely, some deep passes where he did have time. So I kind of feel like the manufactured lead that we created kind of hurt us that whole game. So I do think the pass rush is going to step up next week against the Bears.
We're going to need it, Dons. Number 3.
Sorry.
This was the... It's okay. It's okay. The point I made earlier to you, I teased this stat earlier today. These Chicago Bears, boy, do they struggle against tight ends. The Bears are giving up 6.5 receptions per game to tight ends this season. That is 4th most in the NFL. I am expecting a huge Dallas Goedert bounce back, 80-plus yards, and we're finding some pay dirt. Put him on the parlay, Dons.
Put him on the parlay. I hope so. What's next?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yo, you're going to love this one.
Number 4.
CJGJ revenge game.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, you know he's had this circled on his calendar since he got to this team. Past comments made about the Eagles, some pretty harsh ones. Stories about blasting Saquon in practice. I expect some energy, some trash talk, some physicality from CJGJ. You know he's going to be focused. But on the other side, Dons, What is he known for? You can trick him.
Aggressive and not being where he's supposed to be.
You can beat him. You can trick him. The Asante Samuel double move. The look over here, hit him on the backside. I expect the Eagles to go after him as well. But big revenge game. That's something I'll be watching for because he's played well for this team. I think he had 14 or 15 tackles a few weeks ago.
Yeah. CJ's a good player.
Number 5. My favorite point. Mr. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he's
spreads that ball around, Downs. The Bears have 7 different players with 15-plus receptions this year. That may be a Ben Johnson stat as much as it is a Caleb Williams stat, but he throws the ball to the open guy and doesn't force it or feel the need to force it to a diva wide receiver 1. Cough, cough, like another team that I love.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Caleb Williams, Dons? Is he capable of breaking our hearts on Friday afternoon?
Yeah. Caleb is a special talent. He isn't the best quarterback in the world, but he can make every throw. He can make crazy throws. He has decent decision-making skills, and now he has an offensive coordinator that's really placating to his skill set and showing him new ways to operate. I believe Caleb Williams was almost never under center his entire college and current pro career, and I think Ben Johnson has him going under there like, 60% of the time or something like that. And
play action, baby.
And when you're a young quarterback, that's your best friend because you're no longer thinking about every possibility. You're thinking about a few. And when you can take some of the craziness away from somebody's thought process, people can really excel by having a clear direction of where they need to go, which is what I think Jalen's lacking right now with our offensive play calling. So I do think Caleb Williams can do some great things this week, but I do think our defense is going to have a strong bounce back game. And the Bears, while being a good team, I don't believe they're at the same caliber as we are.
No.
So I don't expect them to have the same success that they've been having. And that same we're lingering in this game. We're lingering in this game. I almost feel like the Eagles are going to be up 10 points a lot, and then the Bears are going to score, and then the Eagles are going to score again and keep them at bay and probably end up winning the game by 9.
The Bears have been a victim of what our local team has been also accused of, which is, they don't beat anybody. They just beat all the bad teams. They haven't played anybody
People
yet.
are such haters.
As if they can control the schedule.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
We'll see if the Bears' talent can match up with the Birds. Dons, any thoughts?
Bro, nobody is anybody this year in the NFL. There's not one team that's a dominating presence. The best team in the league right now is supposedly the Rams, and they're not anything special. They beat the hell out of shitty teams. Congratulations. Most good teams can.
No, they did go up pretty big on us. Now, we did come back in their place.
We won the game.
We did win the game.
Continually beat the Rams. The last 4 games we played the Rams, we beat them.
The Rams. Dons, any thoughts, questions, ideas about Bears at Eagles on Friday night? Anything that stands out to you? What do you want to discuss in this game?
I'd like to talk about the linebacker running back matchup between Nakobe Dean, Zach Bond, and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is the type of running back that if he gets going, he can be very dangerous. However, if you can stymie him, he gets very frustrated and he really presses to make a big play. I think Caleb Williams really relies on the running backs to kind of get their offense jump-started. I don't think let's always just pass it to the outside receiver. So I'd be interested to see how we're going to handle the threat of DeAndre Swift and how our linebackers can step up to the plate versus a very athletic running back.
The Bears, Dons, I think I heard it last week or the week before, top 3 or top 5 in rushing attempts per game. They know who they are, and they like to run the ball.
Yeah, and they do it well and creatively, too. I've seen a lot of creative things coming out of Chicago. Don't think this is going to be a walk in the park type game like I have felt before.
Over under 0.5 trick plays in the game from Chicago.
Yeah. So I almost hate to say it because my Nostradamus self, the bing, the light bulb just went off.
Bing.
Reaction was the Bears aren't going to need to because they're going to lead for most of the game. So I don't think they'll do trick plays.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's
Don's
what just kind of popped up.
No prediction yet, but Don's has given some info.
That's just what came to my head. So I actually think under. I don't actually think they're going to need to run a trick play.
One of the other things I think we should discuss is the punt return situation, Dons.
Oh, thank God.
Xavier Gibson.
I just want to fly. Put your arms around me, baby.
He was cut from the Jets, Xavier Gibson, for this exact issue. Fumbling, not holding on to the ball, and receiving kicks, yielding kicks that he shouldn't be. He should be letting them go into the end zone.
Making.
Or fair catch
decision making.
So I think Covey is healthy, by the way. He was brought up today.
Activated to the regular roster. Bring me some pasta. Bye-bye, Xavier Gibson.
Do you want to see Covey or do you want Cooper DeJean?
Covey is like that sweet bowl of noodles that gets lathered in butter. It's nothing special, but boy, it's consistently delicious. Don't want to see Cooper DeJean back there. I don't think he's a special punt return talent. Every time he touched the ball the year before, he really gave me the creeps. Really did. He was making terrible decisions. He was getting lit up for no reason, and he was always trying to force a return. Get that crap the hell out of here. Bring me a consistent Covey. I'll get you 5 yards and a fire catch, and every now and then your boy can pop one to the house. I love this move. I've been calling for it. We've been asking for it. And before he got hurt and left last year, he was on a good repertoire with Jalen Hurts offensively, where I don't know if you remember, he was getting some passes thrown to him during the game. So I'm excited to see Covey pad up for the Birds and play against the Chicago Bears.
While you were looking that up, I wanted to test the theory a little bit, and I just typed into the old Google machine.
Niger.
DeAndre Swift projected over-under rush yards. Did you see the number yet? Did you look?
No, I did not.
I think you did.
I did not.
What is it, Dons? What's the number that Vegas thinks he's going to get?
86.
59.5.
Dang.
That's low.
I told you I didn't see.
Which means that you would think the Eagles would be ahead, or they think the Eagles are just going to be able or capable of stopping the run. And at times, Dons, we have stopped the run.
Yeah, we've played well, especially with Dean back. So I think if we play responsibly, I think we'll stop DeAndre Swift from having a big game. I really do.
Do we dare spend 2 minutes thinking about what would happen if the Eagles lost this game on Friday?
Yeah.
Just 2 minutes, Dons. Let's do it.
Start?
Go ahead.
You sure?
The sky is falling. Go. And action.
If the Philadelphia Eagles lose this game, I honestly think it could be one of the best things to happen to this football team. As mad and how much I hate that we lost to the Cowboys, it's an eye-opening experience. You lost to a 4-5 team, bringing them to 5-5 within your division, and it can happen again if you don't get your shit together. The Eagles are a team that feel like they're not getting their shit together, and by that, I mean like they're not taking this seriously. Get your shit together. This can galvanize the whole organization and really lead us towards a positive rest of the season. Like, they play like the Raiders, Chargers, and some other bum team next, and the Commanders, I think.
Twice.
So we have a favorable schedule. If we lose this game, the sky's not falling. I actually think it would be a turnaround point, just like Atlanta was last year, and we'll take to the skies. What do you think?
You think Kevin Patullo's on the hot seat now. I mean, I don't think he's to blame solely, but They will be calling for his name. They'll be, I remember, run the ball on the trash can a couple years ago. Fans will be seeing things like that again, Dons. But, I mean, I think if we lose, we're going to start hearing Sirianni talk. I really do.
Yeah.
So that's my only other point on that. Let's get away from this negativity talk, Dons. Let's talk predictions.
Good. Let's wrap this up.
Give me your predictions for the Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I think the Eagles will win this game. Bears 17. Eagles 26.
Damn.
That's my score.
What's my score, Downs?
Eagles 27. Bears 17. Look at
So
that.
we're pretty aligned this week, Downs.
Price is right.
So now you know what that means. The score is going to be 45 to 15.
7.
Yes, of course.
Eagles
Of course.
lose.
So for me, Downs,
Anyways.
the Birds are coming off a couple things. Facts. Division loss. That burns more. A blown lead of 21-0. That burns more. And an emotional gut punch to me.
Emotional damage.
I think the Eagles left Dallas kind of like, did we really just lose that game? How the F did we lose that game? So I expect
losers.
a locked-in response, Dons, especially from the defense. Again, 27-17. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Well, this wraps up this week's episode of the 1 and 32 podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Please like, follow YouTube, Spotify, mostly YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We love you. We thank you. If you want to reach out to us and ask questions and have us read it on the pod, please do so. This is me wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day.
We love you. This is Don signing out. KP.
Eat well. Enjoy your football, your family, and the good food. Go Birds.
Goodbye.
Go Birds.